Welcome to this quick video on understanding the PCC framework. In this video, you will learn what PCC is and why to use the PCC framework. So what is the PCC framework? It is also known as population concept context. This framework is a useful tool for defining research questions in medical and health science when conducting a scoping review or formulating a structured research question. So why should we use the PCC framework? Using the PCC framework helps researchers to structure their own questions by identifying the key elements of their inquiry of who, what, and where. You can also look at this framework as a way to help pinpoint a specific population, the concept, which is also can be defined as the intervention or outcome, and the context, which is relevant to your question. The PCC framework also helps to create a clear and concise question, which helps to make it easier to understand the scope of the review and its objectives. And the last reason why we should use this PCC framework is it helps to map out the scope of a broad topic and identify relative literature. So let's break down the PCC framework here. Population is defined as the group. The concept is more of your theme, and your context is the one that gives the boundaries. So I have two snapshots here with two different examples of the PCC. So going back to the population, you can see that the population is like your educators, your nurse practitioners, your athletic trainers, your occupational therapists, clinical nurse specialists, your advanced nurse practitioners. So that's kind of where your population is. Your concept is more of your education, qualifications, your knowledge side of things that you want to look at. This can also be like the treatment or management therapies. And then the last one is the context, like I said, giving the boundaries. So this is where you set the stage of where are we looking at? Are we looking at age range? Are we looking at the United States? Are we looking at the theories that are out there or the guidelines, best practices? So that's what the context is. So let's go ahead and go into each one of these individually and look at them a little bit deeper. So like I was talking about, the population refers to the important characteristics of participants, including age and other qualifying criteria you're interested in. It is very important to define this well, and it's critical to your search and your relevancy. So again, think of the population as your group and dynamics. So it could be like adults with diabetes, it could be medical students, elderly, and the nursing home. So these are just some examples. So let's move to the next one, the concept. So the way to remember the concept is the what of your question. So this is what do you really want to look at, the core idea, the core issue. It could be an intervention, a behavior, or a trend that you want to explore. Concepts use this idea for your primary question to determine your concept. The core concept examined by your review should be clearly accurated, clearly defined to guide the scope and the breadth of your inquiry. This may include details that pertain to elements that would be detailed in a standard review as an intervention or outcome. So some examples again are like health literacy, medicine use, interpersonal education. There's many other ones that you can look at. And let's look at our last concept a little bit more here. Context basically adds the depth and the applicational to your question. This can involve geographic settings. It can be any type of setting like hospitals, outpatient clinics, and also sets the time period. So think of this context as more of your environment or your setting. So like again, urban hospitals, rural primary care, or COVID pandemic. So these are all different ones that you can look at. So let's look at a quick example of a PCC question. So you can see that our population is defined here as nursing students. And the next one is your simulation-based learning. And then your context is our undergrad students. So, and then you can see our question here. So this question becomes clear, focused, and structured for your review. Don't stress, don't worry about it. It's not going to be perfect the first time. Um, you can adjust it and make changes as you go, especially when you start your preliminary searches and you're like, oh, maybe I want to really tie more this direction or the other direction. So don't stress about it. It's not going to be perfect at first. It will get there. The key is to create a solid foundation for thoroughness in organizing your review. So let's wrap this up. Just remember, PCC helps you ask better questions. It's a powerful for complex or understudied medical topics. If you have any questions about the PCC framework or want to learn more, please reach out to your library liaison. Thank you for attending this video.